You know what's funny about the NBA? We argue about championships. We debate rings. We fight over who's the greatest of all time like it's a daily routine. But every once in a while, none of that matters. Because something happens that shuts the entire arena up. A player jumps. Not a normal jump. Not a nice hop. I'm talking about the kind of jump where your brain says, wait, how is he still going up? For a split second, gravity feels optional. Think about this for a moment. An NBA rim is 10 feet high. That's taller than most rooms in your house. Most people can't even touch the net. But some NBA players? They didn't just touch the rim. They met it. They hovered near it. Some looked down at defenders while still rising. And here's the wild part. These jumps weren't myths. They were measured, recorded, tested at combines, practices, and team facilities. Today we're counting down the top 10 highest vertical jumps in NBA history. From the 1960s to the modern NBA. And by the end of this video you'll understand something anyone, even a kid, can grasp. Jumping high isn't just about legs. It's about belief, timing, confidence, and trusting your body before your mind fully catches up. Let's start where legends usually begin. At number 10. Before you scroll, remember this. Basketball history doesn't repeat itself. If you miss this story you may never hear it again. Subscribe now. Number 10. Kobe Bryant. Now this one surprises a lot of people. Because when you think of Kobe Bryant you think footwork, skill, fadeaways, and championships. But Kobe could jump. During pre-draft testing in 1996, Kobe Bryant recorded a vertical jump of about 38 inches. Not the highest on this list, but here's the important part. Kobe didn't jump to show off. He jumped with purpose. In places like the Great Western Forum and later Staples Center in Los Angeles, Kobe used his vertical to create separation. He didn't rise early. He didn't rush. He waited, then lifted just enough. That's why defenders always bid on his fakes. For kids watching, here's the lesson. You don't have to jump the highest. You just have to jump at the right moment. Kobe's vertical wasn't loud. It was deadly. Number 9. Tracy McGrady. If basketball had a pause button, Tracy McGrady found it. Standing 6 feet 8 inches tall, McGrady recorded a vertical jump between 39 and 40 inches during his prime. In the early 2000s, playing for the Orlando Magic at TD Waterhouse Center, T-Mac floated. Not exploded. Not rushed. Floated. He'd rise, hang, then decide how he wanted to score. Dunk, layup, reverse. Defenders guessed, and guessing got them embarrassed. T-Mac's vertical wasn't just height. It was hang time. And sometimes staying in the air longer matters more than jumping higher. Number 8. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook doesn't jump quietly. He jumps like he's angry at the floor. Drafted in 2008, Westbrook's measured vertical sits around 36 to 38 inches. But numbers don't tell the whole story. In real games, especially inside Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City, Westbrook jumped at full speed. Off 1 foot. Full sprint. No hesitation. Most players jump straight up. Westbrook jumped through you. That's why rims bent. That's why defenders moved. That's why crowds gasped. Lesson time, especially for kids. Effort multiplies talent. Westbrook didn't jump the highest. He jumped the hardest. Number 7. Shawn Kemp. If you watched basketball in the 1990s you remember Shawn Kemp. Because when Kemp dunked, something bad happened to the defender. Nicknamed the Rain Man, Kemp recorded a vertical jump of around 42 inches. Playing for the Seattle Supersonics at the Seattle Center Coliseum, Kemp jumped fast. And he dunked downward. 2 feet. No mercy. His vertical wasn't just athletic. It was emotional. And fear changes how people play defense. Number 6. LeBron James. Before we talk about LeBron's jump, let's talk about his size. LeBron James stands 6 feet 9 inches tall and weighed around 250 pounds during his athletic prime. That's linebacker size. And yet, LeBron recorded a vertical jump of about 44 inches. For kids watching, that's like jumping onto a kitchen counter, from standing still. In arenas like Quicken Loans Arena, American Airlines Arena, and Staples Center, LeBron made flying look casual. 1 dribble. 1 step. Boom. And the rim was suddenly in danger. The scariest part? LeBron kept this bounce for nearly 20 years. That's not normal. That's history. Number 5. Vince Carter. Now we talk about flight. Vince Carter recorded a vertical jump of around 43 inches. But numbers don't do Vince justice. Because Vince didn't jump. He hovered. In the year 2000 at the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in Oakland, California, Vince changed basketball forever. 360 dunks. Windmills. Elbow near the rim. But here's the scary part. He did it in games. Over defenders. In traffic. Vince stayed in the air long enough to decide which dunk he wanted. That's rare. That's why he earned the name half man, half amazing. Number 4. Michael Jordan. Now things get serious. Michael Jordan recorded a vertical jump of 46 inches. That's nearly 4 feet off the ground. Playing in Chicago Stadium during the late 1980s and 1990s, Jordan didn't just jump high. He jumped long. That's why he could switch hands mid-air. That's why defenders always landed first. That's why he dominated the paint as a guard. Jordan's vertical rose when pressure rose. That's not athleticism. That's belief. Number 3. Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is modern basketball's glitch. He recorded a vertical jump of 46 inches, matching Michael Jordan. But LaVine's bounce looks different. Springy. Elastic. Almost cartoonish. Off 1 foot. Off 2. Doesn't matter. That's why his dunk contest performances felt unreal. The floor looks like it pushes him back up. And yes, elite vertical athleticism still exists today. Number 2. Darrell Griffith. Utah Jazz 1980s. Now we enter legend territory. Darrell Griffith recorded a 47-inch vertical jump. That's not high. That's ridiculous. Nicknamed Dr. Duncanstein, Griffith jumped so high defenders stopped contesting. Think about that. NBA players, choosing not to jump. Because they already knew they were late. Number 1. Wilt Chamberlain. And finally, Wilt Chamberlain. Standing 7 feet tall, Wilt recorded a vertical jump measured at least 47 inches, with some estimates even higher. Playing in arenas like Hershey Sports Arena during the 1960s, Wilt wasn't just dominant. He was a prototype. Strength, speed, endurance, bounce. Wilt could jump so high his head approached the top of the backboard. That's not basketball. That's science fiction. Here's the lesson anyone can understand. Jumping high isn't just about legs. It's about confidence, timing, fearlessness. Every player on this list believed they could rise above the moment. And sometimes, that belief is what lifts you the highest. If you enjoyed this deep dive into NBA athletic legends, hit subscribe. Because basketball history isn't just written in points and rings. Sometimes, it's written in the air.